Okay, so we've got this Eboost holder for the RX-8. Essentially, the plan with this is to pull out one of the air vents, little round ones on the driver's side, so near the door. Those little weird ones that can do full 360 twists and opens and closes. I don't use a vacuum in my car, so I'm pretty much pulling one of them out and making this to go in there. So what I did was I got the Eboost and I measured it, which I'll show you that in a second. I wrote that down and then come back into here and made this. So if we pull this apart, you'll see all the pieces it's made of. So essentially we've got the hole in the middle, which will be 66 mil. So that's the same size as the Eboost, because the Eboost has this weird collar on the front, which is designed to go into a cup, and then it screws in from the back to pull it against the cup. And obviously because I'm not going to have that, I'm not concerned about that part. So I've just got a full, that's weird, full circumference of the Eboost to slip into this section. So we pull this one up as well. So I got a few pieces in here. So this is my original size, which I went 66 mil originally, and I printed it out and it was too tight. I could get it in there, but I had to really actually press it in, and that makes it getting it out really difficult. So I did another sleeve for it, which ended up being 66.5 mil, and that fits a lot better. I could probably even go to 67 mil, and it may even be just more of a slip fit rather than a slight press fit. But I don't want it moving around, and I still want to be able to take it out if I need to, but I don't want it to be easy to get out. So that's what that piece is for. And then I have this cone looking thing here, which is 80 by 80 mil. And what this did was add a bit of a radius to ramp up from this edge here, where it goes into the vent, and then ramps up to go into this sleeve here. So as you saw in the start of the video, I'll show you that again in a second anyway. And then we have the actual sleeve bit, and then we have this part here, which was just cutting out the inside of it, and then we have that. So the actual size that you need to make this bottom section is 93 by 93, so full 93 circle, and then 11 mil in height. And then technically you don't even really need this piece anymore because it doesn't need to be there. And then that is literally just a hole. So that hole is 69 mil, because you want to be able to take out 11 mil here, which will be where it slips into the hole where the original vent comes out. That's got to be the full size, so 93 mil by 93 mil circle. And then that section in the inside holds the lip on the Eboost, so it can mount flush up against this here. So the Eboost will sit essentially flush here because the actual Eboost lip will be inside of here. And then when this goes down, so we'll just chuck that back down, and that one, and that one. So you see that little slant that goes here, so it's not just a hard full 90-degree tilt, it's actually slanted in. So if we just join these together so you can actually see what that looks like. When it decides to do it. Okay, so now that's one piece. Now we've got a hole here. See there's this hole just there. So that's where the Eboost will sit flush into. So the front of the Eboost will be literally the flush with this. And then the rest of it comes up, and that comes down as well. So if we just go back, put all that down, wait for that to finish, put itself back together. I don't know why that takes so long at the moment. Alright, so the body of the Eboost will go into this section here, and that fits it perfectly. and then the front of the e-boost sits up hard against this lip here, and this is also tapered, so it's nice snug fit. So when the e-boost is pressed in, flush up against here and sits on this lip, which is a larger diameter. Just rotate it 180 degrees, too far. Yeah, so you can see it's got a slant there. E-boost will sit in here and the body goes down into there, so nice snug fit for everything. And yeah, we printed that out and it worked perfectly, so we'll just head over to the car and I'll show you what that looks like now. Alright, so we've got the e-boost 2, yeah, pull that off actually. So we'll now obviously I've already printed this, but I'll just show you what I did. So I got the verniers out, 0 to mount, and we know this is 66mm because it's marketed as 66mm, so it's literally dead on 66. And then the front here is 69 essentially, so that's why I've gone 69 in the center lip, which this thing here was, I think it was 11mm as well, or 15mm, yeah, 15mm for this lip. So we've just printed out, essentially that goes into there and presses in nicely, and this can go more, but I don't want to press it in right now because it's not the car. And then yeah, that goes into actually let me just show you, got the red one here. So essentially we just pulled that out, and that was a pain in the ass to get out, so we got that there. Yeah, because when it's in there it is actually really tight, and I thought I was going to snap these fucking things off, but I just grabbed it left and right and just ripped it out, and yeah, it came out in one piece. So the idea in the black one is to do that and have it obviously straight, but it's pretty damn tight, so that when you're sitting, you know, it's there, it's out of the way, it's not up there, but it's easy to get to and it's not going to move. So yeah, it should be sweet. But now I just got to wire it up, and yeah, I did something with the surface. Like, it didn't print terrible, but it kind of matches the dash a little bit, but yeah, not sure. I might try and print it again and get that top layer or bottom layer sorted, because if it was all like this, instead of being a little bit splotchy in places, it would be fucking awesome because it would virtually match that. But yeah, fortunately here and down the bottom here, the first layers didn't adhere very well, so that's why it looks a bit weird. But yeah, that should work awesome. And I don't use this vent, it's always closed in my car. I just use that one because I've always got the window cracked a little bit. Alright, so the e-boost is installed in the RX-8. Yeah, it tucks away nicely over there, so I'm fucking happy with that. Yeah, well, the light doesn't help much, but yeah, you get the idea. Drop the phone. So yeah, best part is it's black and red. Sorry, black, red, and blue, and then you've got red. So once everything's turned on, it looks pretty good. Turn the lights off. It's not very bright. Should work sweet. So we'll go for a drive soon or tomorrow, and yeah, get it set up and dialed in. But yeah, that should be fun. Alright, so we're tuning the e-boost now. I've already done a little bit, but yeah, we'll just set it back to stock because it's definitely a lot different than what it used to be. It's a hell of a lot different now. So I've got it set to 0 duty cycle now. Gate pressure set to 5 psi, I think. But I might need to increase that because what I saw on the old boost controller is different to what I see on the e-boost. So it's very, very different. I'm going to grab some oil from Super Cheap while I'm out, so I guess I'll be going left. 7 psi just feels different, like really, really different. I don't understand why. Like, I'm only going to 7 psi. Yeah. Might need to fix that. Yeah, I'm only going to 7 psi, which is the same I was doing before. But it is pulling a lot harder now. So it's probably got something to do with the weather. But I am logging this as well so I can have a look. But it's a hell of a lot more pull than what it used to have. Shitloads.